I will start my story about the Irish town of Tralee with the elegant and welcoming The Rose Hotel. Our group checked in here the night before. It is already morning and I am heading to the restaurant, filming what I see along the way. On the walls are pictures of the winners of the Rose of Tralee Festival, a famous annual festival dedicated to Irish heritage and culture. I went out to the elegant hall on the third floor to the lifts. I need to go down to the first floor. Look at this luxurious lobby. There is even a grand piano. The hotel has many well-deserved awards. So does the restaurant, where I am heading just to film.
Peace. Yes.
Peace. Power to the people.
Okay, let me make a little bit recording.
It's recorded.
Very witty this morning.
Yes. Yeah.
He's always witty.
Yeah.
Advertisement, free advertisement, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Looks very interesting. Healthy food, healthy food. You are early birds, guy. Ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
I went outside, waiting for our bus, which was about to arrive. An exciting journey along the famous Ring of Kerry awaited us. What is this ring? You're seeing it on the map now. It is one of the most famous tourist routes in the southwest of Ireland, attracting both locals and thousands of tourists from all over the world every year. It is a circular, winding route with a length of 111 miles. If you drive without stopping, you can drive along the Ring of Kerry in 3.5 hours. But we, like most tourists, will make several stops to enjoy the picturesque landscapes and culture of the villages and towns of County Kerry. We'll begin our journey in Killarney National Park. It is a typical starting point for many travelers along the Ring. It is an iconic historical region among the lush green hills of Ireland. It is also home to a variety of fauna, including sheep and an incredible number of bird species. I guess we are approaching the town of Killarney. I love the look of the local yards, lawns, and bushes. They are so well kept. Before we get to our destination, I want to tell you that the Ring of Kerry guidebook offers 22 places that it highly recommends visiting. These are historical places surrounded by stunning landscapes. Unfortunately, we do not have time to visit all of these attractions, so our excursion will be limited to just a few of them. The first will be a horse-drawn carriage ride through Killarney National Park. These carriages are already waiting for us. And our group is seated in them. Here, such a carriage is called a jaunting car. It comes with 2 or 4 wheels. It was once a typical means of transportation for the inhabitants of Ireland. I sat in the front seat next to the driver to film our journey on camera.
Good morning.
It is.
He brought the nice weather with you.
Nicer here than at home.
Is it? Yeah. What's it doing at home? Raining?
Snowing.
Is it? Snowing? My God.
Bye-bye.
We will indeed. We'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
Taking us across the pond.
We're going to the pub. Gee, and is it unusual for it to snow this time of the year at home?
No, it's pretty normal.
Is it? Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Go on. So the weather has been very good. He was a man cleaner in the Vatican, and in World War II he saved 6,500 Jews. He was from here, but Gregory Peck made a very good movie about it.
We have not yet entered the park, but we will be there soon.
He doesn't know what it is. The week he's coming on this route for 12 years. 12 years and anything.
The drive through the park took about an hour, but I will show you just a few typical sections of our route. I think this will be enough to give you an idea of what to expect from such a ride. Our driver, or rather Jarvie, as they call them here, was telling us about the things we had seen along the way. On the right, you can see the 19th century St. Mary's Cathedral. Its 285-foot tower and spire is the tallest building in the town of Killarney. That little white house and the yellow one nearby are probably holiday rentals. I read that there are at least 19 guest cottages in the park, as they call them here.
Take your time and hurry up.
This park is huge. It covers about 26,000 acres. You can see a mountain range in the distance ahead. It's called McGillicuddy's Reeks. It's the highest mountain range in Ireland and is also part of the park. The land for this park was donated to the Irish state in 1932 by Senator Arthur Vincent and Mr. and Mrs. William Bowers Bourne. It was a very generous gift, I guess.
Yeah, which wouldn't be old.
There was quite a fresh wind blowing that day, and I even had to hide my face from it.
Loch Lane is the name of the lake, and any of these guys behind me, if you want to stand a minute to get a photo, you can.
Beautiful.
The tree here on this side. Loch Lane is the name of the lake, and Loch Lane is a Gaelic word for Lake of Learning. The lake is 5 miles long by 3 miles wide, and there'd be very good fishing there, salmon and trout.
Oh, really?
And they say the deepest part of it is 300 feet over the other mountain.
Our Jarvie told us about 3 lakes that are in this park and their sizes. Also, what kind of fish live in these lakes? Mainly salmon, trout, perch, eels, and other small stuff.
Because nowadays they can swim anywhere they want in it. But that time, swimming would have been big in the lake because they had no way going to the seasides and there would be no swimming pool. Out of the way.
I also give you your fuss.
We drive up to the lake.
Look at Ross Castle down in front of us, guys.
Oh, this is a nice view.
Ross Castle. That was built in 1410.
And somebody, brave person.
There were fishermen standing quite far from the shore and catching fish in some interesting way. By this time, our trip was coming to an end, and we were returning to the starting point.
That's John Cronin. John O'Cronin in Gaelic.
Give me a smile. No smile.
The horse shook its head, showing me where to go with such requests for a smile. The visit to the park did not end there. We walked around there a little more. In particular, we reached Ross Castle.
Go across the bridge.
This is a well-preserved tower of the 15th century on the shore of Laugh Line. Once upon a time, it served as the residence of the chieftains of the O'Donoghue clan. As for me, I went to look at the ducks. There are quite a lot of them here. By the way, look, in the distance on the lake right in the middle of it, there are fishermen. So the lake in this place is obviously not that deep. I went into the castle grounds, but did not go inside the building. But if you want, you can take such a tour, because the inner chambers of the castle have been restored and furnished with furniture from the 16th and 17th centuries. Probably now there is something interesting to see there. We did not linger here. There are so many castles and fortresses in Ireland that it is impossible to see them all, especially in a week's tour. Group photo for memory. We say goodbye to our horses. The pretty town of Killarney and St. Mary's Cathedral. We continue our journey along the Ring of Kerry. The next stop is planned for the Kerry Bog Village. It takes about 30-40 minutes to get there. While we're driving, I'll tell you briefly about this place. Kerry Bog Village is an open-air museum that introduces the history, heritage, and lifestyle of rural Ireland in the 19th century. The village has preserved old thatched roof houses furnished with authentic antique furniture, sound effects, and figurines. Various agricultural equipment used by diggers and farmers of that era is on display outdoors. We'll go into this red fox a little later, but now we're entering the museum grounds. It looks like the tickets had already been bought for us. We were also given a brochure describing the village.
There you are. I give you all the ticket, folks.
People gathered around an unusual-looking dog, an Irish wolfhound. What kind of dog is this? The Irish wolfhound is one of the oldest dog breeds. It was bred by monks who needed an animal that could track and kill wolves, which were considered dangerous pests at the time. The breed has been around for over 1,000 years. The Irish Wolfhound is the tallest dog in the world. An adult male can stand about 7 feet tall when standing on his hind legs. We're starting our tour of the village with the Gypsy Caravan. That is the name of this painted cart. Next to it stands a sculpture of a piebald horse. Gypsies often lived in such caravans with their families. This is the house of Jeremiah. It is covered with river reeds. Despite the fact that the room is very small, a large family lived in it, sleeping on folding beds. The house was heated with peat. Maybe that is why people lived on average 45 years? There is a souvenir shop here. I didn't go there. I think it's worth visiting the gallery. You can see what exhibits are on display there. I'm walking to the forge of Jack Bell O'Sullivan. Next to the forge, there is a pig with piglets. This is also a sculpture, of course. In the forge, horse harness is hung on the walls. and on the floor there are various household items that were brought to Jack for repair. He was known for his hard work and talent as a blacksmith. Now we're going to visit Farmer Phil McGillicuddy. The house is called a barn, and here's why. Calves, pigs, and other livestock were kept in the house, including for the heat they produced. This Phil was quite a successful farmer. His family made their own cheese and butter to sell. Well, the house looks larger and better furnished than the previous one. I don't understand what kind of building this is. Inside, there is horse harness on the walls and a lot of award ribbons and award cups on the table. Maybe prizes for horse racing? I don't know. It looks like there are some kind of livestock behind the fence. Maybe the famous Kerry Bog ponies? No, they are goats. I wonder what's in this stone big box. My brochure doesn't have any information about it. Surprise, surprise! This is a pub. The sign says that alcohol was made from potatoes here. So they sold potato moonshine here? I see. And this was a beer stand. Ah, I remember my bartender experience when I was young. Ahead is the small, modest dwelling of Denny Riordan. He was a handyman, but mostly worked in the bogs, cutting and transporting peat. He lived in this house alone. The floor, as you can see, is earthen, and the windows are very small. This is because at that time in Ireland, you had to pay a tax on windows. The bigger the window, the higher the tax. There was even an expression back then, daylight robbery. This is a root cutter. There are also various useful farming tools here. Now we're going to the most luxurious cottage in this village. It belonged to Thatcher Patty Brown. Roofers were in great demand at that time, both for building and repairing roofs using natural materials such as straw, reeds, and dried grass.
Get up.
Here the owner used the additional space under the roof. The house is full of things, household items, now antiques, that belong to this family. The brochure says that the main food at that time was potatoes, broth and butter in addition to it, but chicken, fish, bacon, or beef only on rare occasions. On holidays, most likely. To school, depending on its location, some children had to walk many miles, and truancy was a frequent occurrence. Finally, the famous ponies should be here.
Run away from us. Some were hiding.
The ponies were grazing so far away that it was difficult to see them. But I will show you, of course. Here's running a pony of the almost extinct breed Kerry Bog. There are only about 300 ponies of this breed in the world, and the owners of these horses make sure that this beautiful breed does not disappear. These ponies were originally used to haul peat from the bogs of Ireland, mainly in what is now County Kerry. They also carried seaweed from the coast to farmers' gardens and were useful for small farms. In general, this hardy little horse was a great help to all farmers. Heading towards the exit. But there's one more place I want to stop in before we head off to the next point of our excursion. This is the Red Fox Inn. It's a restaurant, pub, and souvenir shop located near the village. I walked around it with my camera and got out. Now I'm waiting to board the bus. Ahead is a long stretch of the scenic Ring of Kerry with short stops. More on that in the next video. In the meantime, bye-bye everyone.